Cleopatra, a name that echoes through the corridors of history, shrouded in mystery and controversy. The last pharaoh of the Ptolemaic dynasty, enchanting the world with her beauty, intelligence, and power. What fascinates me the most about Cleopatra and ancient Egypt are the stories of the sacred rituals and mystical traditions that defined this society. Cleopatra herself would even dress up and embody the goddess Isis and perform rituals in her honor. It turns out there is a woman who is alive today named Isis, who practices this kind of ancient ritual magic. And when I found out about her, I felt a strong calling to meet her. So I'm going to spend the next 24 hours with Isis to immerse myself in her sacred way of life, learn about her unique magic practices, and experience one of her rituals. We are in Nevada City, California. It is considered kind of like a hub for spirituality. It's kind of considered a vortex, if you will. You know, would have been cool to go to Egypt for this video, but unfortunately we don't have the budget for that. Subscribe to my Patreon so maybe we could go to Egypt someday. Isis is the teacher of one of my dear friends, Ruby Chase. And I first heard about Isis when Ruby was telling me how she did this Academy of the Oracle Arts, where you dive super deep into magic practices and you're doing like very intense rituals. We're actually going to experience one of these legendary rituals later today. The most interesting thing about Isis is that apparently she has these 3 crystal balls. She like looks into them, called scrying technically. I don't know how that works, but we're gonna find out. And here we are. I was told to bring offerings for the ritual. I did get some honey with this cute little honey thingy. What is this called? If anyone knows what this is called, please comment. That's what I got for the offering, but then I realized that I also have these bananas. So I think we will put these as the offering as well. They seem like they need to be offered to something. Let's go meet Isis. Hi. You're so beautiful.
Likewise. Oh, welcome to the Mesa.
You smell so good.
I'm about to dress you up and anoint you.
Oh, okay. Dress me up.
Can I help you with anything?
Oh, it's okay. I have some offerings, and this was like a little impromptu offering. They should be used for something.
Yeah. Well, you know what we do is we offer to the compost gods the Neteru Nebetet.
What is she called?
Nebetet.
Nebetet. There's a deity for compost?
This is our home, the Mesa little altar.
It's so beautiful.
So here's some cedar for you. Go ahead and bless yourself. You just go like this. Receive the smoke, bless your mind, bless your heart, your body.
It smells so good.
More of that later. This is an essence mist. Crystal blue lotus.
What does this do?
Empowers you. Frankincense oil.
Overwhelmed with deliciousness.
Did you eat? The sourdough starter that has been passed down generationally for 100 years, named Inanna.
It has a name.
The name of the starter is Inanna.
I feel like this is such a special moment.
It is. So as we eat or nourish ourselves with this bread, this holy bread, may it nourish our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our spirits.
It's like the best bread I ever had.
I feel the same way.
Smells like magic.
I put intention into the tea. Sit with it for a moment. Let the aroma communicate with you.
What's in this tea?
A sticky rice pu'er.
Sticky rice.
Yeah.
What do we have in store for today?
Well, I'm following your prayer by calling this forward. So we're going to do a few different purification rites. One that is related to the herbs that grow around the home. Then we're going to enter into our altar room, and we're going to commune with the Oracle Divination Board. We'll do a divination reading. That will be helpful because it'll assist us in our ritual this evening.
What is the Oracle Divination Board?
It's a divination board technology made up of a variety of different cosmological mapping systems, such as the Kabbalistic Tree of Life and the Hermetic tradition specifically, the tarot, the 12 planets, herbs and medicines, altar tools. It was a divination technology that was given to me in a vision in 2004. I'm a steward in service to a crystal ball called the Oracle Crystal. I've been learning from her since 2001. Since then, There's a whole school for it. You can divine rites, you can divine prayers, you can ask questions about your life, anything.
You are working with this crystal ball.
Yeah.
And receiving information about the future. Divination, that's what divination is.
The way that I like to see it is like divine nation, where I'm communing, learning, studying with divine nation. There is a triad of relationships. There's the divine realm, the natural realm, and us as the human realm. The greatest human accomplishment is to consciously and coherently co-shape together versus just humans making all the decisions. And with that requires study to understand. So the Divination Board is a moment to sit, to commune with the natural and the divine world as humans together and ask questions, inquire, perhaps receive instructions. I like to see it that way, that I receive instructions.
Have you always been this magical?
I do want to honor my mom here. My mom died when I was 4.5. My desire to stay in communion with her and communicate with the other side, to be with her, is what led me to all of this. So she's my primary guide. We have all kinds of relations on the other side.
Have you been able to really communicate with her?
I talk to her all the time. We're hanging out all the time.
Magic was an integral part of ancient Egypt and was used as a way to harmonize with the cosmic forces that govern the world. Ancient Egyptian magic was based on the idea that everything in the universe is interconnected, and that by understanding these connections, one can create powerful spells and rituals in order to manifest desired outcomes. Sacred rituals played a vital role in ancient Egypt and involved purification, invocations, and offerings to the deities. Isis is one of the most revered goddesses in ancient Egyptian mythology, representing fertility, motherhood, magic, and wisdom. There's evidence that Cleopatra may have seen herself as the living embodiment of the goddess Isis, and would often dress as Isis and perform rituals in her honor, which helped to solidify her position as a powerful leader and a lasting symbol of feminine power.
So I just want to say welcome to these ancestral homelands of the Nisenan. And this home place is called the Mesa altar. These are these really nice lavenders that volunteered. Smell?
So when you say volunteer, it means they just
showed up.
Voluntarily grew.
Voluntarily grew here. I made you this little bundle here, and this is of the rosemary that grows in the front and some of the lavender. We'll start by washing ourselves, and then I'm going to give you this bundle where you can bless yourself even more. Greetings to you, holy water. Thank you so much for everything. We come from you, we're made of you, we return to you. We're going to pray with you to purify ourselves and cleanse ourselves. Holy Spirit water, thank you so much. We're just going to wash ourselves. You can repeat after me. I wash my hands.
I wash my hands.
So my works. May be a clear offering.
May be a clear offering.
I wash my eyes.
I wash my eyes.
So I may see cosmic truth.
So I may see cosmic truth.
I wash my ears.
So I may hear the voices
of my elevated ancestors. I wash my mouth.
So I may consciously
speak
the divine utterance.
I wash my nose.
So I may inhale
the essence
of creation.
I wash my throat.
So I may sing
my clearest song. I wash my heart.
So I may embody
all-encompassing love. Bless any part of your body here. And inhale a bouquet from the homeland.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You're a Taurus.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
May 16th.
One of the lineage traditions of ancient Egypt, this is the timeline of Hathor Hetert. She's all about love and senses and fertility and union and blessings. Call her Queen of Heaven. She's connected to a lot of the sacred cows too.
Sacred cows?
Cows.
My last name is Cowens.
Well, today our ritual is in reverence to the holy cow.
Really?
Yes. Well, that's for you, and then we got to offer this water. It's just say something to the water, and then just offer the water to the earth.
Thank you, sacred water, for giving us life. Thank you for the memory you hold, the blessings you bring us.
Beautiful. This is all the stuff that's growing from the soil. There's the onions. This is just from compost that we put in, and now all this food's growing.
So you just sprinkle the compost around, and then it magically turns into
We'll go ahead and put this on compost in, so go ahead and offer it.
Okay. Do I just throw them in?
Yeah, offer it with the cedar and tea. Just go ahead and put it in there. This is an offering to Nebetet.
Nebetet, taking our food and turning it into more food.
Anything you want to let go of right now? Now's the time to say it.
I'm letting go of any guilt I feel around receiving.
And so it is. Everything I'm doing has come from the crystal ball.
And where do you think the crystal ball is getting the information?
There's a council that instructs me through it.
Where does the council come from?
They come from interdimensional environments, you know, like different realms.
Do you know where?
Yeah.
Where are they coming from?
I'm not really supposed to talk about that right now here on
Okay.
camera. Yeah, but I can talk to you about it personally.
Yeah, I'm curious. From different star systems?
Some are from different star systems, some are from different dimensions,
Okay.
and they're not all in the same plane of existence.
Okay.
They work in different places and locations in consciousness.
Okay.
Yeah, outside in the cosmos, not here on like in a physical material sense. It's different planes of existence, and there's 6 of them
Okay.
so far that I know.
Okay.
The Oracle Divination Board as a technology in and of itself came from the crystal ball, purely a vision projected in front of me that I then drew. And now it's a whole legacy of a divination technology. I don't know of another one.
Although receiving divine instruction from interdimensional beings may sound a little out there, it may be the very thing that our ancestors and the ancient Egyptians were doing, and potentially the reason why they used ritual magic. Some researchers even believe that the Great Pyramid was designed as a portal and a gateway to the cosmos and interdimensional communication. Do you have any idea what our ancestors in Egypt or from wherever else, what was going on with the pyramids?
There's so many ideas. Some say that it was an initiation chamber to commune. Some say it was a place where instructions or information was received or sent out. To even like gaze upon the Great Pyramid in and of itself is activating. Or to be in the field, its field of energy that's very vast and very far and wide is activating in and of itself. And that was what fascinated me and woke me up the moment I saw the Great Pyramids. I would say some profound doorways in my consciousness opened at that time. But in my times and my pilgrimages of going there, every time something else opens up inside of me that changes the way I look at things and changes the way I understand the fabric of reality, that I find there's this remembrance that occurs, this memory palace opens, and I tap into something else in these intelligences that feels very useful and helpful for these times.
May I enter, please?
Welcome.
This is so cool.
So I'd love to introduce you to Rowan here.
Hello.
Rowan Sky. Rowan is a big part of this altar, and we do a lot together to tend to the heart of this altar.
Really grateful to be here and very special to get to like join together in these sacred ways and dive into the board. And divination is a really powerful technology.
Have you seen tangible examples of the magic and ritual working?
Absolutely. I mean, just the transformations in people's lives that we've got to witness and participate in it speaks for itself. We joke all the time and we're like, turns out magic is real, you know, something else happens. We prayed about this at the altar, and then a beautiful opportunity for us to witness that being manifested and playing itself out in the world over and over and over again.
Before you mentioned that this all came to you through a crystal ball and looking in, which is called scrying. Is that right? Where is the ball?
The crystal ball is in my altar in my room. There's the grandma crystal ball, and then a mother crystal ball has come, and now a child. So there's 3. I have to ask the board if she's open to being recorded.
Okay.
So I have to ask. To each and every one of our benevolent, elevated ancestors, our guides, our allies, our holy guardian angels, thank you so much for calling us into circle today. Thank you to the Oracle and the Oracle Council.
Hail to the Oracle Council.
Thank you for calling us here today. May everything that is shared here be helpful, and in that way, our prayer here is to be clear instruments for anything that you have to share through this technology of this Oracle Divination Board at this time for Sky. Ankh-Neteru, 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 blessed be, and so it is. Before we attune to your inquiries. I'm gonna inquire about the crystal ball. My inquiry in this time is if the Oracle crystal ball wants to come here. Check out what's on the crystal ball board with the north.
Yeah, that's what I noticed that one right away.
So the grandma
That's what I was thinking.
wants to come.
Really? We get to meet her?
That's wild. She doesn't really ever come out.
She stays in
stays
very
in.
often these days.
I'm
That's
really
great.
excited.
So we're gonna bring her out in ritual tonight, which is really special. Like Rowan said.
Yeah, the grandmother started all of it.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course she did.
She's like, well, if y'all are gonna have any of us, I've got some things to share.
Gently turn the board. Just gently turn it clockwise. So go ahead and speak your 3 inquiries into the tools.
How may I be of deepest and highest service to the collective? How may I be of deepest and highest service to myself? How may I feel free and nourished in my service? Oops, that was a big toss.
So now the black tourmaline,
Okay.
you can place it anywhere. This one you don't toss. And then the red ruby, the Lemurian ancestor skull, the Ankh, and then Lilith. Okay, let's start with the dice. We always begin reading the dice on the outer edge and then we read closer in.
So the furthest dice is west.
West, oh wow. Your inquiry off the bat, again, was, how to serve the collective, how to serve yourself, how to nourish, to care for, and free yourself in your service work. Really, you already oracularly did it. The first thing you did is you walked up and you brought offerings, one of which were the bananas. And remember, we went and offered them to Nebetet, the compost. West is oftentimes referencing rituals. When we offer, like the bananas that we did today, to the compost, whatever needs to be grieved or any grievances or anything that needs to be freed, similar to your inquiry from the inside, is good food and offering for creation, for food, to be cut, to make more creation.
So the next dice from the farthest out is Uranus.
Part of what's happening in this reading through your inquiries is also instructing us on the ritual tonight for you.
Okay.
And so that means very clearly that the fire needs to be lit, the Oracle fireplace. In relationship to how to be of service to the collective, to yourself, and nourishing, freeing yourself in this work too, is to have a big part of your prayer be about liberation. We're also here to liberate systems that aren't useful or helpful. And part of it is to be in service to emergent systems. The programs that we have been taught to function inside of the systems that are breaking down, so must those programs too, inside of ourselves. That where Nefertiti is, the statue, that's referencing your higher council. The path moving forward is really building relationship with your higher council. Whatever your specific prayers are, let them know. Talk to them regularly. Build a relationship because they're very helpful. Because they take care of all kinds of things that we don't know how to do yet. May everything that was shared here be of great service to Sky, her heart, her mind, her body, her spirit, her work. What to do, what to do, what to do. So this water, it's for you to drink. We will apply what the board shared in the ritual for you this evening. Really, it's your prayer manifesting, and we're just here to support that.
I'm curious what Cleopatra, what does she represent to you?
I think about her in relationship to feminine leadership and having to make decisions based on, I don't even know how many people it would affect.
What does divine feminine leadership look like?
Right now, it feels like nourishment and belonging. So many people need that mothering energy right now. I feel like the transmission of the Holy Mother is so important right now. Mainly because she's been forgotten. To remember how to tend to and care for the feminine spirit, and also to remember where we come from.
So what is next in our journey together?
We are here to serve your prayer. And so we have a particular ritual technology that came from the Divination Board, that came from the Oracle Crystal Ball. And that's every time we do this ritual, it's always different in the same order, but it's to tend to the feminine spirit.
I, Rowan Nymphaea Ka,
I, Isis,
invoke infinite source energy
Invoke infinite source energy
to align my highest self
to align my highest self
with the will of the divine.
with the will of the divine.
Bring your arms to a T, and now on the exhale, we'll invoke the 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. Pierce the veil, the net of stars, open it up to enter with your left foot into the body of the cosmos, into the magic circle, and bow in reverence. You are now in sacred space. Take a moment to turn within. Point your eyes inside your mind. Take a look and see which things are serving your path moving forward, and where there are programs which can be deprogrammed. We are not victims to what is happening. We are just as powerful and empowered with every choice that we make, every word that we speak, every action that we take.
Thank you, Tehuti. Your request was crystal ball reading.
So this is her.
This is the grandma. She's been at the center the whole time. I didn't think that the board was going to say yes. And so I'm quite fascinated that it did. So here we are. And what we're going to do is this practice we did, and this is a way to start to see into the grid of the crystal. So this is how we sync up our circuits. We're going to introduce ourselves to the grandma. With your right hand, you face those 3 fingers towards the crystal ball, and your other 3 fingers in the 2 sockets and on your 3rd eye. And go ahead internally and introduce yourself to her. Okay, then you acknowledge that through closing the circuit, linking up the circuit again. And now go ahead and bring your left hand towards the crystal ball and receive anything she has to say to you from your introduction to her. It'll go Raksi, Rowan, Zahara, and they're going to project a symbol with their right hand into the crystal ball. And then we place our left hand towards the crystal ball to receive the symbol. And then we popcorn style share what we see. Dolphin.
Sun.
Frog.
Snake, crescent moon,
Clouds. Throne.
diamond, stars, lotus,
Fire. Birth. Chamber.
Serpent.
the ocean,
Serpents.
Magic beans.
laughing baby,
Star.
Transmission complete. The image I sent was an apple.
All the serpents with the apple.
Transmission sent.
tree of life,
A boat.
waves, the sun,
Transmission complete. I sent a sun over the moon.
So with that, I'd love to, pass this over to you, Sky. Do you want to sit there and face the fire? Yeah.
My prayer is to commune and connect with my higher counsel. Yes, the higher counsel. I would like to meet you all. I am open to meeting you now, and I'm ready to meet you. So my prayer is that you make yourselves known and shown to me, and I will be open and willing to receive your messages and the signs in which you wish to come. I thank you, High Council, for assisting this process of receiving your help. I will continue to show up fully and do my absolute best in this earthly realm and plane to come forward with my heart, and I am willing and ready to receive your help and support. To my ancestors who I deeply love and respect, to my grandfather Ralph, grandmother Diane, and my grandmother, Marguerite Langlais, Baba, thank you for your presence. Thank you for all of your support. I bow in humble gratitude and service that I'm sitting here alive and doing this work. It is all because of you, for you. Thank you for showing me the way. My prayers for liberation of expression, that we all may feel safe to express the fullest versions of who we are. Thank you for showing up in your fullest expression. It's an honor to witness. Because these are ancient Egyptian magic practices, how do you address the conversation or criticism around potential cultural? Well, you know, it could be interpreted that way with all the symbols and the ritual wear, etc. So there are like elements being utilized. So how would you address that?
What's cool is these technologies that we're utilizing, the majority of them are original, divined from the board. The board
is original,
teaching us through the divinatory method what to do. And even the board came from a dream. And as far as the tools and the symbols that are pre-existing, date so far back. You'll have millions of ancestors. There's a piece of acknowledging the thread of these ancestors connecting with our own webs, and as well as a commitment to learning our own bloodlines.
There's a saying that we use sometimes of innovating the eternal while still honoring the cultures that brought them through. It's almost like reviving something that is being called to come back to life. People who have been past a tradition or a lineage, and there's golden codes within those traditions, but it's still not our right to extract them. We ask permission and we sit with it and we wait for an answer. And I feel like the board's helped us a lot to do that because it's asking the unseen forces.
I'm wondering what you might say to someone watching this who thinks that you're just making all of this up and this is all kind of just a figment of the imagination.
Fine, basically. And even if it is a figment of the imagination, awesome. It means it's a very active imagination, which I really care about. I think imagination is so important. I think more than anything, we need to care for and tend to our imagination. I remember looking at my friend Eve and I, one of my best friends, we were looking at the word imagination. It was like, magi, nation, magician. Magi is a name for a magician. It's like, if people think this is a bunch of hoo-ha, great. Whatever works. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I love the world I'm living in, and I'm so happy to be here. And it's not for everyone.
I feel the more I spend time in these realms with people like yourself in these worlds, it feels so much more real and resonant than the world that I was conditioned by or grew up in. The world is so much more magical to me, and being around people like you make it more magical. And I feel happier and more nourished and more connected to this experience. Although I still have many questions about ancient Egypt, magic, and interdimensional communication, I've realized that it's the journey of self-discovery that happens through the pursuit of seeking answers that is more fulfilling to me than needing to know the answers themselves. I was deeply impacted by my time with Isis and have been inspired to live with more intentionality, incorporating small moments of sacred ceremony and prayer into my daily life. And I hope if you take anything from this video, let it be a reminder that life is sacred, and through honoring the interconnectedness of all things, we can create a more sacred way of living. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to Skylife if you haven't already. And as always, I would love to hear your thoughts about this video, so please drop a comment below. That's it for this episode of Skylife, and the adventure continues.
Easy, let it come, let the sister style sit you. Easy, let it come, cause we're so young, baby.